KPMG International Case Competition is playing a catalytic role in recognizing the outstanding talent of consulting in India. It is one of the most coveted honors for aspiring business students who aim to hit the bullseye in the consulting sector. This year's edition saw over 3,400 students from 39 premier institutions compete for a place in the national finals. The top 6 teams in the country, selected through 4 rounds of rigorous shortlisting, converged at the national final and exhibited their case-solving abilities to prove their mettle as future consultants. With the winner to be given the honor of representing India at the global finals in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, KICC 2018 was bigger, better and more challenging.
We are building a vertically integrated platform for traditional banking services, which will be catered for their unserved and underserved markets. All the facilities these traditional banks are providing, we will be giving them the fintech platform to cater the unserved and underserved market. For them, we will be preparing the aggregators platform, and we will be the Amazon basically for the all banking services for unserved and underserved markets in the Portuguese-speaking countries.
You talk enough about the market itself and what's the purpose you all are achieving, and why do you think if we are the fintech company, why should we really be going into that market?
So currently the traditional banks which are already prevalent in the market have not been able to tap this segment, mainly because it might not be a high revenue generating area for them. They have not untapped that because the cost they would incur to acquire the customers would be higher as compared to the revenue that they generate because of the low spending capacity of the market that we are targeting. So using technology will help us reduce those costs. We do not have the physical infrastructure that these banks have, and we are leveraging the trust that these banks have built. So using their trust and our fintech expertise, we are trying to reduce the cost and acquire these.
We are here to provide a financial services application that we intend to develop through the engagement of underserved and unserved communities in the Portugal market. For this, there are 3 key strategies that we intend to really propose, and all of this begins by creating a peer interaction group, a peer networking group, by creating a social network based on several factors such as the interests of the people, the occupations, the geographical proximity, and such similar factors.
Essentially on the lending side, it's peer-to-peer lending which
Right.
you are relying on. And what is the risk of default between the peers, and how are you going to cover? Because finally your platform and our platform and our brand is going to get affected if there is default.
We are creating these social groups in such a way that these are very local communities. They belong to the same community. So there's this whole issue, aspect of trust that comes into the picture. They know each other personally, and that's how the interest groups are, that's how the target groups are formed, the focus groups. So that's one aspect of it, and at the very same time, we would like to insure our products. We would like to probably somewhere down the lane, we would like to bring the whole concept of reinsurance, so that if there is a default, we have backup to ensure that such customers are catered to and their capital is not lost.
We introduce to you Project Portfin. Now, what exactly is Project Portfin? Project Portfin is something that is going to help you build a company that is not just a technology company, not just a financial services company, but actually a customer-focused fintech service company. Poverty as well as unemployment rates are very high in Portugal. We know that people do not have enough money or assets to provide as collateral, and that's why they cannot take loans from traditional banks. That is why we offer to provide a microfinancing platform whereby they can take loans without any collaterals.
How do you propose to tackle the importance of withdrawing cash, which seems to be a habit with people that are used to banking?
Sir, in order to mitigate that problem, we have the tap and pay service. The essential reason of using cash is you cannot spend e-wallet money anywhere. So that's why, that is the reason we'll be collaborating with different merchants. So if you can give that platform that you can spend your e-wallet money by collaborating with grocery shops, medical shops, different stores where they can spend money, we believe that we can bring about that habit of using cashless.
Why is credit so important today? People in Portugal are struggling with with unemployment and other problems. So they need to be financially mobile, and they need to create assets so that they can inculcate a habit of savings, and thereby there can be better social mobility. So the credit facility that we propose is a twofold strategy. The first one is a peer-to-peer lending, and the second one would be when we act as a platform between the banks and the final consumer or the borrower. So for this, we will be using data analytics to understand how the customers are making transactions and what is their credit worthiness.
Your customer is those people who are unbanked, right? What's their need? Where do the cash come from? Where do they spend that cash?
So among our strategies, the one that is focusing on customer acquisition and new customer onboarding would be probably credit facilities. So since the transfer payments is for the existing, like the people who are employed and who have money, who can actually transfer it to the other nations or wherever they want.
The strategy that we recommend in the near term is establishing an online payment platform. So this is important because all the transactions of all the product lines will be routed through this platform, and the case where you have to allure more customers and increase your user base, because this is an untapped market, so we can incentivize the market with the help of firstly the cashbacks, secondly the zero balance account, which will again incentivize the low and middle income group, and thirdly adopting a slab based interest rate model.
We had to pick what you have proposed to us and now take it to Portugal. Can you give us a sense of what you have assessed of the market?
As far as the market research goes, it is very important to understand whether the product is acceptable on the part of the customers. Therefore, the best we can do from our side is to involve people like customers in our business model, that is to merchants, so that they have that kind of acceptability right from the start, because we have to achieve a broader picture of financial inclusion while maintaining our own profits. Therefore, we need to balance two of those.
So, focusing on our customers, that is the unserved and the underserved market, and integrating it with the value that the traditional banks have, that is trust. We have come up with this model known as the Trust Pay model. Trust Pay is a platform provided to the unserved and the underserved market, which will allow them to transact online and make payments online.
As our advisors, what do you want us to take away from your presentation today, and what are our next steps?
As KPMG, we will provide you, from a start to end, we'll be assisting you in this implementation, be it like searching for the right mobile hardware shop, or searching for the target audience, or basically the whole start to end process. We'll be helping you in implementing the same.
The competition was judged by an eminent panel of judges, people who are respected and have in-depth knowledge of the industry. The jury tested the competence of every team and ensured that only the best of the best made the cut. They enabled the teams to strive for excellence and also to think out of the box.
KICC is a great platform. It provides very insightful experiences. The format itself is based on real-life situations, and therefore the case study competition puts participants into these real-life situations, asking them to think about how they can actually solve them. The feedback loop in this competition allows for building greater self-awareness for each participant, and the feed-forward loop helps them actually improve performance the next time around. All participants who've actually reached the finals have been through 7 to 8 case studies, and therefore they're getting better and better. In the end, practice makes perfect, and therefore this learning element that allows you to actually improve upon your strengths and provides developmental opportunities for you to perform better is the best way to become a better professional.
When we look at future talent, we're really looking at a few very critical dimensions that we're assessing talent on. First and foremost is really their attitude and aptitude in my mind. It is about how they apply their thinking to a problem that's relatively new to them, one that's quite unstructured, and we're really looking for how they're applying themselves to that situation. New innovative ideas is what we are looking out for. We're looking for a certain freshness of thinking that comes to the table when we're seeing them perform and assess and solve the problem itself. We of course look at how they articulate themselves, how they communicate, the clarity of thought.
The KICC cases are all built from live situations by KPMG experts, and these are global case studies. So the students get exposure to what is happening in the KPMG world, the latest thinking, the latest problems we are solving for clients, and how they need to think about those problems collectively. So that's how it helps them. And when they come together in these contexts, they actually get to hear about other groups, how they are thinking, how the judges are thinking. So you put all of that together, it's a very rich learning experience for the students.
Networking is extremely important, and KICC provides an opportunity for our students to do that. It does that in many ways. First, through the zonal finals, they get to meet a number of participating teams. Thereafter, for regional finals and for the finals, they get to meet KPMG judges, partners and coaches. And also the winning team goes across to Malaysia this time and gets to meet about 22 participants from other countries, and therefore it provides a huge opportunity not just to share perspective but also build confidence.